And before we get into today's very exciting lecture, I just want to take a moment to thank all of my supporters. I want to thank all of my subscribers and everyone for supporting my channel. So with that being said, let's get on down to today's very exciting lecture. And I've been wanting to do a lecture on this, revisit this topic for a while now, which is what is minimalistic living? I'm going to share with the world in terms of my understanding of what is minimalistic living. I can honestly say that I have been living a minimalistic lifestyle probably going on 10 years now. And I've been more laser focused in living a minimalistic lifestyle, I would say, within the past 2 years. But minimalistic lifestyle or minimalistic living is a lifestyle that involves intentionally owning fewer possessions. And I'm gonna give you an example of what fewer possessions are. Prior to me retiring, I retired out of the state of North Carolina, state government employee. And prior to my retirement, I sold my big home, sold the big home, 3-bedroom home, 2 level, this and that. Yep, I lived that life for a while with the homes and all of that. And so I sold my home that I paid off 20 years early in North Carolina. And prior to me selling my home, I had all this furniture in that home. So one of the first things I did months before selling my home, I got rid of all of my furniture out of my home. Everything, between selling it and giving it away. Months before I sold it. I mean, I probably got rid of the furniture 2 years before I sold my home. All my furniture out. I wanted it out. And that's when I really, like I said, the past few years, I've been living that minimalistic lifestyle seriously. And when I got rid of all of that furniture out of that house, all rooms are empty, upstairs, downstairs, all 3 of the rooms upstairs, or downstairs, living room, kitchen, everything gone out of my way. And that freed me up to think clear. And all I had in there was a cot to sleep on, because I was still living in the house, but there was nothing in there. I also got rid of my refrigerator. You know how most people have just a regular huge refrigerator in their home? I got rid of that years before I sold my home. No need for it. And what I used to keep things cool was one of those really, really small refrigerators that they have for a college dorm. It does not hold much. And I didn't need much. So when I got rid of the refrigerator, my utility dropped. Also, I got rid of my stove. There was no, actually, I bought a brand new stove but never used it. So I just had that brand new stove sitting in that house and I never used it. Never turned it on. And because I knew somewhere in the future I was going to sell that home. So everything gone, all of my worldly possessions gone. And that's what I mean by intentionally owning fewer possessions. And you notice I said fewer possessions. So now I have nothing in that house. And I was living like that for almost 3 years before I sold my home. And so as a minimalistic living, you're owning fewer possessions and you're focusing on what's important. Mind, body, and spirit, people. Getting more in tune with your mind, body, and spirit. Eating right, exercise, health, and wellness. All of that. I'm focusing on what's important. And when you have nothing in your house, then it's real easy to keep clean. I mean, there was nothing in there, absolutely nothing other than that cot. But that was okay because I was setting the stage to really get laser focused with my minimalistic living. And then once I retired, and prior to me retiring, and when I put my house on the market, when I put my house on the market in North Carolina, because it was empty, turnkey ready, within 3 days that house sold, literally. Because when they walked in, they was really able to see the house. There was nothing in there. Turnkey ready. My home sold in 3 days. And I made a huge profit. So also what minimalistic living is a practical approach to life that values experiences over material things. I'm on the trajectory path, rural, to every 10 months, I travel out of the country to see the 7 wonders of the world. I'm getting ready to go out of the country next month to Italy and Rome. Last year, I took a guided tour to Cairo, Egypt. So as long as God give me breath, I'm going to travel this world in order to value experiences over material things. And that's power. And to do it debt free, because I'm strategic about everything I do. So if I'm letting go of the house, letting go of worldly possessions, I ain't got to worry about nothing. I don't owe nobody nothing. And all the bills I have in the world is less than $1,000 a month. So that's going to give me more disposable income to value experiences over material things. And I've been living this way, like I said, for about 10 years, but aggressively for about 3 years. And I don't miss the house and the house and the cars and the multiple cars and the furniture and the rural possession and the refrigerator. I don't miss none of that at all, in any shape, form, or fashion. I really don't. But I really do enjoy traveling abroad and experiencing life experiences. Minimalist people like Marie Holiday, we strive to find happiness in simplicity and to live with more purpose. So I don't care about what people think. If they want to come visit me in my minimalistic living with zero furniture in there, with no stove, with just a little college-sized refrigerator, then if that's my life, that's my life. I've had many people who will come visit me. I can't believe you're living like this. Well, believe it, because by you holding on to all of these worldly possessions, I'm traveling to see the 7 wonders of the world, to experience these experiences, and to keep my debt to income ratio low. Low debt and that income steady going up versus spending all this money. Folks are spending $4,000 and $5,000 a month just to live. Marie Holiday, all the bills I have in the world is $1,000 per month. And so that's going to free me up to reinvest all of my retirement income. I don't even have to touch it. I have other streams of income that I use to pay my little debt. And other than that, I'm booking my next trip. I'm getting ready to go out of the country to Italy and Rome next month, but I'm already beginning now, strategically now, to budget and save my money to travel my next guided tour, which will be in 2025 to Paris. And that's how I do it. I keep it going. So this lifestyle is a shift in mindset. And I could never imagine returning to the old lifestyle of the house and the multiple cars and furniture and clutter. I've been living this way for too long. So again, a minimalistic living is a lifestyle that involves, first of all, shifting your mindset. It involves intentionally owning fewer possessions and focusing on what's important. And what's important to me is health and wellness, spiritual health, mental health, physical health, and traveling this world, people. Because I've worked long and hard all my adult life. I sacrificed. Many times in my adult working career, I had 3 jobs. Worked 3 jobs to get my daughter through college. Even though she's in the Navy doing well, but during the time that she was in college, I had to work 3 jobs to self-fund my daughter college so she would not be in debt. And I was able to accomplish that feat. So, because many young people are deep in college or school loan debt. So I've worked hard all my life. And 10 years before I retired, I wrote down a strategic plan. And the strategic plan that I wrote down is, and I literally remember writing my plan down 10 years before I knew I was going to retire. I literally wrote down that I am going to retire debt-free. And I got 10 years to do this. And I met that goal. I retired September the 6th, 2023, debt-free. Actually, to be honest with you, I had zero debt 4 or 5 years before I retired. For real, for real. So that last 4 or 5 years before I retired, my monthly income from my state job, because I had no debt, every paycheck I got, I was literally able to reinvest 100% of my income from my job. I wasn't even touching that money. So when I retired, it was really easy for me to reinvest my retirement check because I had no debt. So I don't know many people who can get up and go to work every day, 40 hours a week, get paid every 2 weeks, however often you get paid, and you don't even have to touch your money. That's power, people. And that also ties into minimalistic living, when you are very intentional with your money, because money is a possession. Minimalistic living involves intentionally owning through a possession, and minimalistic living also ties into your finances. Minimalistic living ties into health and wellness. Minimalistic living ties into traveling abroad. All of that ties into minimalistic living because you're very intentional by owning fewer possessions. So if you ain't owning a house, and if you ain't owning no credit cards, if you ain't owning no school debt, then that free up all of your money so you can focus on what's important. It's a practical approach to life that really does value experience over material things. Bottom line, prior to me getting rid of all of the worldly possessions that I had, I initially only had 4 pieces of furniture in my home. I got rid of those 4 pieces of furniture. There's no purpose, no table, no beds, no nightstand, no stove, and I do not even have dishes in my home. No pots, no pans, no dishes, none of that. There's no need for that in any shape, form, or fashion. And I'm telling you, once I got rid of all that from my kitchen, I'm telling you, that freed me up to focus on what's really important. So this shift in minimalistic living really does require a shift in mindset. You know, I have family members, I have siblings, I have family members who are aware that I live like this and just can't wrap their mind around it. But I'm telling you, it's really easy once you get into it. Imagine for a moment all of the money you're going to save if you're getting rid of all of those worldly possessions. You know, if you're getting rid of all of the pots and all of the pans and you're getting rid of the stove. You know, when I got rid of all of that stuff, you know, my electricity bill went down. I had a brand new washer in my regular size house when I entered this lifestyle. I got rid of that washer. I got rid of that big refrigerator. I got rid of the stove, but I got a new stove and just let it sat in there new because I knew I was going to sell the house. But and I don't miss any of that. I really don't. So this is a good description of minimalistic living, because I'm on a trajectory path for the remainder of my life to go travel this world, people. And it's a beautiful thing when you can travel this world And you ain't got to worry about worldly possessions in any shape, form, or fact. Even when I travel, I'm telling you, even when I travel abroad, I carry one backpack on me. That's it. I'm not lugging a whole bunch of luggage around. I don't even own luggage. I do not even own luggage at all. All I have is a backpack. I've been in the military. And one thing about traveling abroad, when we get done for the day, I'm going to bring 4 pieces of change of clothes with me in that backpack, my few toiletries, and my passport. And when we get done for the day, I just wash out those same 4 pieces of change of clothes, let it dry out. So everything that I need in the world to travel abroad is carried on my backpack. And I can remember when I did my guided tour in Cairo, Egypt, everybody, when we all met at the initial destination for our briefing, everybody got luggage and a couple of luggages they lugging around before we got settled in our motel room, Pharaoh Motel, and all I had was a backpack. And everybody looking at me and said, "Where's your luggage?" "On my bike. I don't need anything." So minimalistic living overflows in all areas of your life: your money, how you travel, how you live, and how you think. Because you got to shift your mindset. And I'm telling you, and it also saves you a lot of money because you're very intentional in owning fewer possessions, and you're also very intentional in terms of how you spend your money. My goal is to continue to keep my debt so low to the point where that's just going to give me more money, disposable income, to continue to build my financial portfolio, to continue to build my wealth, and to continue to travel this world debt-free. And I'm here to tell you. So share this information, and I'm so excited on the trajectory path where God is going to take my channel. If the audience is aware, October the 4th, I was able to sell my minimalistic mobile home October the 4th of this month, and I'm in the process in the next several months to offboarding out of the state of Florida and getting ready to relocate to the state of Georgia in my minimalistic lifestyle. But the beauty of that is, since I own nothing, since I ain't got nothing, everything in the world I have can fit in the front seat of my car. So when I get ready to exit up out of the state of Florida, I own nothing. So it ain't like I got to pay moving the company to move I have nothing. I got my sleeping cart ready to set up in my next minimalistic area in terms of where I'm going to be living at. So it's going to make it real easy to relocate because I have nothing. And I'm so excited about that. And I'm telling you, it just frees you up. It really does. It frees me up. I ain't got to worry about nothing. And if a person want to come visit me, I be telling them, I say, I enjoy having all this disposable money so I can travel versus being bogged down with the house and the cars and extra cars and worldly possessions and all of that. So share this information in terms of what minimalistic living is. And once you experience this, I'm telling you, you will never want to return back to regular living. You are not. You're not going to want to do it. So that's all I have. Simplify, simple fidelity, and I'm leaving you in the care of your own conscience. Have a great day.